Hello, and welcome back. I am back from vacation. This is the first video I am filming after my return from vacation. I don't know why I needed to announce it like that, but anyway, what are we looking at here? What we're looking at is, first of all, Jude. This has nothing to do with this video, but Jude uploaded this house that she's built for her group of Sims and her third generation of the Amanda Plays Sims legacy, the APS legacy. And I am going to save up money and have one of my families move into this house. I love it. She's got the tree and a play yard and the swimming pool. It's very cool, but look how much. It cost $117,000. So I'm going to have to save up, but I really want to have my family move into this house. I think it looks so good. Anyway, that is not why we're here. We are here in my hashtag Amanda Plays Sims, to look for some very specific people. So I'm sure that y'all saw this. If you saw the title and you saw the thumbnail, we are starting over with Tiny Town. And it's because I feel like I jumped in very soon, like I like to do, like I see somebody who has created something, a game, a challenge, anything, and I'm like, oh, I need to do that right this second. Like I don't wait, I just jump right in. And that normally works out okay. I mean, it works out okay a lot of times, but sometimes I wish that I could go back and start things over again and be a little bit more strategic about the way that I'm doing things. So I have watched a lot over this past week while I was gone. I watched a lot of people do this tiny challenge and the ways that they did it and lots of stuff about their challenges. And so there are things that I want to do differently, and the only way I could see to do it was to just start over. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I am going to get everybody and moved into the houses, and then I will tell you who everybody is and what's going on. This is going to be a really short video because I'm going to have to spend so much time setting it up, which I tried to do while I was on vacation using my laptop, but my laptop said no thank you to doing any of this stuff. So as you can see, I have found my Sim self. That is one person that is going to be living in this house. And then the people on my Discord have voted for everybody else that's going to be in the house. So I'm not going to tell you who they are. You're going to see it in just a second anyway. So let's get over there. Okay, I know I said it was going to be the next time you saw me, it would be with our people, but I'm having a hard time finding a few of the characters that were voted on. I have 4 of our 7 right now. And then I decided, wait, I need where they're going to be living. So this is the lot that Deligracy made and uploaded. This is her 3rd version. So she's got little fenced in areas here for their things so that you could keep other people out. There's just a few things that she corrected from the original. So what I'm going to do is make it into a residential rental. And then I've got to make all of the lots. So my plan here is to turn each of these 7 places into a lot. 1, 2, 3 on this side, 3 on this side, and 1 in the middle. So I'm not sure what I'm going to have to do because when I click on it, it's not like a place yet. The whole thing is one big thing because we don't technically have walls that connect anything. So maybe I'm going to have to do walls first. Okay, so we have fences already. Let me do fences placed by drawing. And maybe I just need to draw fences that cover like the whole space. Maybe that's the problem. So it still doesn't recognize it as a room. And I'm afraid it's going to flatten it if I make it the other way. Oh, I accidentally went too far with our little wall. Okay, so that didn't seem to have done anything. All right, here we go. 4 walls. It did flatten the whole thing. But at least now it's a room. And I can assign it to 1 red roan field. Now could I... Let's see if now I can use this fencing. Okay, that works. And then if I say remove flooring, I can't do that? I can't remove the floor in here. Now I remember James Turner having these problems as well. And he just ended up putting grass all over the floor, which is what it looks like I'm going to do as well. Okay, so there we go. There's one of our apartments. Yes, it does have to be flat apparently, but I should be able to put a fence into it. I mean a gate, whatever. All right, I'm just putting the gate right there, and then we will lock the whole area. Yeah, there we go. So that whole area is kind of locked off, and then I'll decide how I'm going to do it differently later. But okay, now let's do the second apartment. And I know I'm calling them apartments, but I just mean rentals. Okay, so right now we have 1 red roan field and 2 red roan field. We're just going to continue to go along labeling them like that, and then I will meet you back when I get it all done. Okay, well, those of you who have seen a setup of somebody doing it like this probably also found this out. You can only have 6 rentals, and I need 7. Actually, I don't, because it can be a shared space where my main person lives. Can just be like this spot, because right now this doesn't have, well, it's part of 5, I guess. I'm going to put it as a shared space. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6. Yes, 6. Okay. And as you can see, 3 and 5 have a lot of space. 4 doesn't have as much space. I thought about right here on 4, just moving this over some, but we'll just wait and see what we decide to do. Now, our people, our Sims who are moving in, are going to have, we're going to have different things that we're going to be working on doing. First, I need to get this fence gone. Okay, so people can come in and out as they, see fit. And then everybody has a gate going into their house or into their space. So I need to go through and figure out what everybody's going to be doing. So first, let's look at the characters. You guys already saw me, so I will tell you that someone suggested that I be a pet trainer. And I don't know how you make money as a pet trainer. Maybe you compete in competitions, but I haven't seen anything about that. So I don't know how pet training can make money. So I may end up just being, just making videos and editing those videos and uploading those videos, since that seems to be something that I do in real life as well. I also work at a library, so we could do writing. I mean, I've written a book, but I've not published a book. So I don't know if we want to say writer for me either. I am open to your suggestions. I am going to pick mid-century modern for my house, just because I think that's probably where I go when I'm decorating. I mean, honestly, I don't decorate, but that's kind of where I go when I do decorate. So let's look at everybody else that we have. Okay, so we have a few people that didn't have any suggestions about like decorating styles or any of that other stuff. So I thought it would be cool if we just spun a wheel to decide what their styles are going to be. So for number 1, our first Sim is Grace Miller. She joined the family. Actually, she was the very beginning of the family. Grace married Edmund and started the Miller family. So Grace is going to be earning money through yarn. So knitting and cross-stitching, yarn and thread. And her style, decorating style, is going to be farmhouse. So that's like the older stuff that I could like come up with that we're going to be using for Grace. So Grace Miller, let me put her name as Grace Miller because I don't want there to be any confusions about her name. There she is. She is contestant or Tiny Town resident number 1. Tiny Town resident number 2 is Forrest Daly. He is from Jude. So if you guys are members of our Discord, especially if you're in the Discord, you know who Jude Sim is. If you are just a channel member watching, I do have a Sim self of Jude that she has put in the game. Anyway, Jude has gotten further than anybody right now playing the APS Legacy with Forrest. So I thought, what better way than to get her Forrest in here in the game? So he is going to earn money for painting. And then I have no idea what his decorating style should be. So we are going to go over here and spin. If it is one that we already have for someone else, we won't use it. Like, I think he just got farmhouse. Yes, he did. So we're going to spin again. I don't know why the wheel is not making noise, but it's not. Storybook. Okay, that might not be too bad. We might have to see what we can do with storybook for him. So that's what we have. Money for painting and storybook decor style. This is Stabby Stevenson. It could have been IE, it could have been Y. I just decided to go with an IE. Anyway, this was one of our children that we had in the 100 Baby Challenge, who then went on to do the very, very beginning of a Black Widow Challenge that I just decided none of us liked. She is going to earn money from Trendy. So she's going to do styles and looks and put those on Trendy. And her decorating style is going to be Cosmolux. It's Cosmo. Okay, so I would like to have your ideas or thoughts on what we do while we're waiting for the costumes or the things. I was thinking that she could also do jewelry as well as the Trendy, because I don't have anybody that's making jewelry. So we're going to do that because those kind of go together, clothing styles and jewelry and stuff. So that's what we're doing for Stabby. She's going to be our trendy / jewelry maker. Our fourth resident of Tiny Town is Georgia Havens. Georgia started out in our Asylum Challenge, and then she moved on to a Renovation Challenge. Both of those have been completed, and Georgia was kind of the accidental star of both of those. She was not meant to be the lead person, but she kind of just came in with the star quality. So Georgia is going to be a DJ and a music producer. So she's going to be making music for money, and her decorating style is going to be suburban contemporary with a lot of colors. So we're going very colorful for Georgia. We have Michael Miller. I don't know how many of you remember Michael. If you have watched The Ultimate Decades and you've watched all of them from the beginning, then I feel like you probably do remember Michael. Michael was one of the 4 quadruplets that Grace had at the beginning of the whole thing. And they all lived, and I was freaking out. And Michael was just the worst. Like, he got in trouble constantly. He got a cat at one point, which does not mean he got in trouble, but he just had things going all the time. Something was going on with Michael. And so I thought, let's add Michael Miller into the group. So he is going to be joining us and making money from comedy and songwriting. So I'm going to get him a guitar, and we're going to get his skill up high enough to practice songwriting. But in the meantime, he's going to earn tips from doing comedy in different places. Hopefully here at their homestead, once they can get that all built up, he'll be able to do it here at the tiny town. But we'll have to travel with Michael for a bit. If there are other ideas that you guys have that go along with these things that he could do, I am open to all of them. Then his decorating style, I do not have one for him. So we are going back over to spin. Something we haven't already done. Why does it keep landing on farmhouse? No, thank you. We need a different one, please. Oh my gosh, Queen Anne. He's going to be so proper with his Queen Anne. But maybe we'll do Queen Anne and industrial together, because I think that'll look awesome. Kind of a retro new vibe, metallic thrown in there. Maybe steampunk is more what I'm thinking about, with like a Queen Anne and industrial style. Finally, we have Burt Reynolds. If you guys have seen my Whimsy Challenge from the beginning, Generation 1, our founder of the Whimsy Challenge became best friends with this randomly generated sim who I thought looked like Burt Reynolds, and so you guys convinced me to change his name to Burt Reynolds. It's also hilarious because he's evil, but he somehow got along with Ash so well. So he is the best, and he stole the show a lot in the Whimsy Challenge. He is going to be a horse rider for money. If we had car racing, I would totally do that, because I think everybody knows Burt Reynolds best from the Smokey and the Bandit movies. So that would be fun if we had that. But this is as close as we can get. His decor style is going to be French country, which I think will be really funny and actually work out really well together. We'll just have to see how nice he is to the horses since he hates people. And finally, we already talked about it before, but my sim self was the other one that y'all voted to join the fray out here. And I was picked, like I said, to be a pet trainer, but I am not sure how I'm going to make money from this. So if you guys know any way of training cats and dogs that I can make money from or anything like that, I would love to hear it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do streaming and video game stuff, like making videos is my fallback if you guys don't know about it. And then mid-century modern is going to be my decor. And that is it. That's all 7 of us right here. I am not going to put anybody in the world yet. I do have our thing over here, which I've got to go in here and remove some of the roofs from it. I also need to go in and do the little cheat that allows us to have 7 rentals so that we can add that last rental, because I want to start out with everything. Everybody is going to be living there, and I want to start out with everybody in their space where they're going to be, and then I'm going to only control one at a time. So since this video is coming out before I'm going to be filming my next one, here's what I need from you guys. I need you to tell me if you think I should do it like the rules state, like Deli created it, where I roll randomly to pick one sim, and then I play that sim until their house is completed. And I mean completely done, decorated, everything. Or should I play it like James Turner and a couple others I saw, where at the beginning of each episode, we spin to see which of the 7 people we're going to be playing with. And we just work as much as we can in that episode to get as much money as possible, and then maybe we're back with them in the next episode, or maybe we're with somebody else. But each episode is just randomly spun to see who we play with at any given time. And I guess I'll probably do the rule of it can't be the same person twice in a row, but it could be like I could do Grace, and then I could do Georgia, and then I could go back to Grace before I do anybody else, just dependent on how the wheel spins. So you guys let me know what you think about that, what your opinions on that are. I'm going to go in and remove the roof off of these. I just need to build. Yes, thank you. And then I'm going to set up that number 7 to be the last rental, and then we'll be all good to go. Okay, no more roofs. Everything is as it should be, and we're ready to get moved in. So let me know what you guys think about this, and please give me suggestions of how you think it should go and what you think we should do, because I really want to enjoy it this time and not feel like that I'm rushing through or just trying to make sure I get all the rules in and do everything exactly right. I just want to have fun with it and build 7 little small houses that are exactly what the Sims people need for what they want to do. So that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. And thanks for your input, because I know you guys are always going to give me great ideas. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.